The genius behind the brand. When you think of Apple, what comes to mind? Sleek design, groundbreaking technology, and a company that seems to always be one step ahead of the competition. But what was the driving force behind Apple's meteoric rise? The answer lies in one man, Steve Jobs. His vision transformed Apple from a struggling tech company into a global powerhouse. But what were the secrets behind his extraordinary leadership and innovation? Let's dive deep into the mind of Steve Jobs and uncover how his vision changed the world. Power of a bold vision. Steve Jobs had an uncanny ability to see the future before anyone else. He didn't just create products, he created experiences. He envisioned a world where technology was intuitive, elegant, and seamlessly integrated into everyday life. Unlike many business leaders who focused on short-term gains, Jobs had a long-term vision that guided every decision at Apple. One of his most famous quotes encapsulates his approach: "People don't know what they want until you show it to them." This philosophy led to revolutionary products like the iPhone, iPad, and MacBook. Jobs didn't rely on focus groups. He relied on intuition, creativity, and an unwavering belief in his vision. Jobs also understood the importance of focusing on a few key products rather than trying to do everything. When he returned to Apple in 1997, he famously streamlined the company's product lineup, cutting unnecessary projects and focusing on creating groundbreaking devices that would redefine entire industries, creating a reality distortion field. Those who worked closely with Steve Jobs often spoke of his reality distortion field. This was his ability to convince people that the impossible was possible. Whether it was demanding that engineers fit powerful technology into impossibly slim devices or persuading investors to believe in Apple when it was near bankruptcy, Jobs had a way of bending reality to his will. His sheer confidence and persuasive nature made people believe in ideas that seemed unrealistic until they became a reality. His relentless pursuit of perfection pushed Apple employees beyond their limits. While this approach was sometimes controversial and led to intense pressure within the company, it was also the reason Apple consistently delivered groundbreaking innovations. Jobs didn't accept good enough. He demanded excellence in every aspect, from hardware and software to marketing and presentation. He had an unshakable belief that Apple's products should not only work flawlessly, but also evoke emotion, excitement, and a sense of wonder. He inspired those around him to believe they could achieve the extraordinary, often pushing them past what they thought were their own capabilities. One of the most famous examples of this was the development of the original iPhone. Engineers were told to design a touchscreen phone with no physical keyboard at a time when such technology was barely viable. Many believed it couldn't be done, citing battery limitations, software challenges, and manufacturing constraints. Yet Jobs refused to accept failure. He pushed his team to rethink user interfaces, optimize touchscreen technology, and create a revolutionary device that would define the modern smartphone era. Despite skepticism, Jobs' belief in his vision drove his team to create a product that changed the world, proving once again that what seemed impossible was merely a challenge waiting to be overcome. Design and simplicity. One of the key pillars of Steve Jobs' vision was simplicity. He believed that technology should be intuitive and elegant. This belief was evident in every Apple product. The iPhone, for example, revolutionized the smartphone industry by eliminating unnecessary buttons and focusing on a clean, user-friendly interface. Jobs was famously obsessed with details. He would scrutinize every aspect of a product, from the font on the screen to the way a device felt in the hand. This relentless focus on design and user experience set Apple apart from its competitors and cemented its reputation as a leader in innovation. Jobs also had a deep appreciation for aesthetics, influenced by his studies in calligraphy and design. He understood that beauty and functionality had to go hand in hand, a principle that still defines Apple products today. Art of storytelling and marketing. Another secret behind Steve Jobs' vision was his ability to tell a compelling story. Apple's product launches were legendary, not just because of the new technology being unveiled, but because of how Jobs presented them. His keynote speeches were more than just presentations. They were performances that captivated audiences worldwide. Jobs understood that people don't just buy products, they buy stories, emotions, and experiences. He made Apple products feel like an essential part of modern life. This storytelling approach transformed Apple from just another tech company into a brand that people felt deeply connected to. He also mastered the art of minimalistic marketing. Apple ads were simple yet powerful, often featuring just the product and a few carefully chosen words. This approach allowed Apple to stand out in a crowded market and establish itself as a premium brand. Legacy of Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was never afraid to take risks. Whether it was betting on the Macintosh in the 1980s, launching the iPod in the early 2000s, or introducing the iPhone in 2007, he consistently pushed the boundaries of what was possible. His willingness to challenge the status quo and embrace change was a defining characteristic of his leadership. One of Jobs' boldest moves was the transition from PowerPC processors to Intel chips in Apple computers, a decision that helped Apple gain a competitive edge. He also spearheaded the development of the App Store, which revolutionized software distribution and created a massive new industry. Even after his passing in 2011, Jobs' vision continues to influence Apple and the tech industry as a whole. His philosophy of innovation, design, and storytelling remains at the core of Apple's success. Impact on modern technology. Steve Jobs' influence extends far beyond Apple. His emphasis on sleek design, intuitive user interfaces, and seamless integration of hardware and software has shaped the entire technology industry. Competitors and startups alike have adopted many of the principles that Jobs championed. His impact can be seen in Asterisk, the rise of minimalist design and tech products. Asterisk, the focus on user experience as a key differentiator. Asterisk, the integration of ecosystems where devices and services work seamlessly together. Asterisk, the expectation of innovation in every new product release. Without Jobs, it's hard to imagine the modern smartphone, the rise of the digital music era, or the widespread adoption of touchscreens in everyday devices. Steve Jobs' vision was more than just about making great products. It was about changing the way people interact with technology. His relentless pursuit of excellence, attention to detail, and ability to inspire those around him set Apple on a path to becoming one of the most valuable companies in the world. If there's one lesson to take from Steve Jobs, it's this: dare to dream big, challenge the impossible, and never settle for anything less than extraordinary. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more deep dives into the minds of the world's greatest innovators. Stay tuned for more insights that will inspire and challenge your way of thinking.